What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of RONJIE.COM's Garage Sale Transformers Toy Finders, or GSTF2 for short. It's a new show, and today it is a very special episode number 600. Thank you very much for sticking it out with us all these 2 years. So yeah, incidentally, and we've kind of planned it this way, this is also our second anniversary. Happy second anniversary to the show, to everyone who's been supporting us. Can't thank you enough. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, following us on our social media channels on Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, and Twitter, and for sharing this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and everybody know, including your enemies, because they might start to like you again. As Alphonsus Prime would say, you know the drill. We always say that every day, all day. No, not all day, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And that being said, let's get to our episode. We are featuring a very special mail call new haul. Basically, we're gonna take a look at my masterpiece movie Jazz, and at the same time, we're gonna do an unboxing. When we're going to go straight ahead into transforming it. We're going to try to answer the question, as we always do. We're going to try to answer the question, is it difficult to transform? But before we get to the main course of this episode, we just like to make a couple of announcements. And before that announcement, we're just going to, of course, as you know, we're doing basically two shows. One is the GSTF2 show, Garage Sale Transformers Toy Finders, or GSTF2 short. That runs daily at 6 in the evening. Eastern time in the US and in Canada, and wherever else it's the same time zone, and it adjusts with daylight saving time and standard time and all that. But 6 p.m. every day, there's gonna be, sometimes we have a double header, so there would be one at 6 and another one at 6:15, or maybe at 6:30, or maybe at 5:45, something like that. But it really doesn't matter. It just comes out at that time, but it's gonna be there for you to watch at a convenient time to you. And we also have Playtime with Alphonsus Prime, which comes out every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. again Eastern time in the US and in Canada. So, but as you know, our GSTF2 shows, our episodes, we have a few different formats. We do, of course, still have our original Garage Sale Toy Finds shows, which come in seasons. So they're the GSTF seasons. We're now in the middle of GSTF season 11, and everything else is GSTF2. And as part of GSTF2, we, most of the shows, we try to answer the question, is it difficult to transform? But also we do a mail call new haul or 2 episodes every Wednesday. On Fridays, we consider that as sort of a fun Friday, so we either do a double header, or we would normally do a Transformers X Music, Transformers and Music crossover, or TFXM episode on a Friday. We don't always follow that as well. And then we've also done epic transformation time lapses, although I must admit I haven't done that in a long time, but we do have big plans for that. I'm gonna talk about that in a bit. But I guess for our first announcement, we are going to introduce a new show format. We've actually done it in the past, but to give you a bit of an introduction, so we've been doing unbox and transform episodes. So for example, we did that in our Countdown to Christmas 2018, and actually Countdown to Christmas 2019 as well, where we have an unboxed, unpacked, or a box, unopened package or box, and then we open it, and then we try to transform it right away and find out if it is difficult to transform. So in episode 500, we took it up a notch. Well, we took the unboxing and transforming up a notch, or you can look at it as mail call new haul being, taken up a notch, a level up, So there's this new format. We're gonna just call it McNut for now. It's short for MCNHUT, which is short for mail call new haul plus unbox and transform. So like what we're doing in this episode and what we did in MPM0 or for episode 500, we are going to reveal a mail call new haul, and then we're gonna go and unbox and transform that figure right away. So we're gonna take a look at that. And for our second announcement is that we're not going to do any more episode numbering. So you're not going to hear that the next episode is 601. You're just going to hear that, basically every 100th episode we're going to highlight that. But I mean, who cares if it's episode 695 or whatever, right? So we're going to remove the numbering, but we are still going to keep track of the numbering. And like I said, we're going to let you know if it's episode 700 or if it's episode 800. Of course, I'm talking about GSTF2. The GSTF seasons, they're seasons. There's a fixed number of episodes per season. each season has a fixed number of episodes. So those are still gonna stay. And well, the next thing I'd like to talk to you about are some aspirations we have for the show and for the channel. I guess the very first thing is we have wanted to review new toys as soon as they come out and as soon as we get them. So for example, just very recently I unveiled an Earthrise toy in one of our Mail Call New Hall episodes, but I can't yet open them because that's not how our show is structured. So it has to wait until it's time for it to be opened. But I mean, that has, pitfalls and advantages. Well, the pitfalls, obviously, like I said, you can't open something new until 6 months down the line. I have Siege toys that I bought in, let's say, July, and I wasn't able to open them until it was January already. So that's not cool. But sort of the benefit to that is, as I hold on to the figure and then suddenly I find a cheaper figure, then I can just keep the cheaper figure and sell the older but more expensive figure, basically, hopefully at a not at a loss. So but there's that opportunity. So that's one of the things that's cool about being able to not look at a new toy right away, but it's generally not cool. But so we want to try to, let's say, the next Earthrise toy that I get, I should be able to do a Mail Call New Hall and unboxing and transformation right away. So that's really the plan. That's number one on our list of aspirations for the show and for the channel. Number two is kind of given. We've done a lot of epic transformation time lapses before. They're not the greatest videos, but we have plans, and I mean, they're plans, so I mean, we want to make them happen, and it's easier for them to happen once we have once you've unboxed and looked at all the toys that we have. We have a huge backlog. It is now May. We have shows lined up until July at least. So yeah. So epic transformation time lapse. We've got big plans for that. Watch out for it. And last on our aspirations list is we want to introduce a new show format, whether it's an additional show format, it's going to be a GSTF2 episode, but it's an additional show format, or maybe it could be an all new show that will supplement GSTF2 or replace GSTF2, complement GSTF2 or supplement, or actually replace GSTF2. So this idea has been brewing in my mind. So it's going to be a usual talk show format. You're going to have a monologue at the beginning. You're going to have guests. You're going to have a musical number, things like that. We'll once we have more concrete plans, we're going to tell you more about it. But for now, it's an aspiration. And that being said, that is about it for this for the announcements. Let's get right into our Mail Call New Hall / unbox and transform episode, taking a look at Masterpiece Movie MPM, I think 05 Jazz. Take it away!